Chapter 83. So basically, today's chapter was how Seung-ho was ill-treated for being gay when he was young, and how he was beaten up by his father. And then the last panel is a current day situation where Seung-ho is kind of scared of what he did, why he did it, but in the end still wants to see Nakyum. But before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to message me in my social media at ZEALED FUJOSHI, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow me at ZEALED FUJOSHI. Finally, this episode will contain explicit content and a lot of manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 83 of Painter of the Night. We got another flashback of a chapter. Look at how a younger Jiwa is looking so adorably cute. Seung-ho looks horrible though, sitting in that messy dark room, seemingly waiting for a young Jiwa to arrive so he can use an obviously young Jiwa's feelings for his own act of revenge, the humiliation to his own father. Seung-ho looks and acts exactly how he could imagine a person who has been emotionally and physically abused for so long. I seriously don't recognize this Seung-ho, which is good because it means our current Seung-ho is doing much better. But this flashback Seung-ho looks like he does not feel anything at all. What a poor little boy. Tormented to the point he became emotionless by the looks of it. Someone should really slap the head off Seung-ho's dad, seriously. But we all know he's an evil father. But what's the point of provoking Seung-ho's dad like this? Because in the end of the day, Seung-ho's the one who's gonna end up with a lot of pain. Ah, Seung-ho, you're so beautiful yet so fragile. From what I can see in this chapter though, Seung-ho never really cared about Jiwa. Seung-ho and Jiwa was found doing the dirty deeds. Seung-ho used Jiwa's body in this chapter, and it's all to upset Daddy Seung-ho. It was so obvious that he wanted his father to catch them. Hence, his father slapped Seung-ho right on his face. And just a pointer, I did say in chapter 82 that the spoiler was that that background of Seung-ho and Jiwa, that it looks like that scene was Seung-ho's dad's quarters. And yeah, I was right. It was Seung-ho's dad's room. So, yay me. But damn, look at that smile right after Seung-ho got slapped by his dad. He is so freaking gonna kill me in a split second. My gosh, my lord, I really love your smile. I really love that beautiful smile, to be honest. It looks so freaking hot, but also so much chaos in that smile. He's one scary son of a bee. I think that in this chapter flashback, Seung-ho and Jiwa is probably the same age as the current age of Nakyum. And with all of this information in my head, it just destroys my tiny little heart even more. Jiwa, sadly, in the current timeline, is being manipulated by Min again. Haha, so obvious. But it's Predictable because we all know how much he loves Seungho so much. It's because Seungho is probably Jiwa's first love, so he's still jealous of Nakyum. But man, why is Jiwa spilling all the secrets to that bum-ass nosy jealous punk Min? I definitely don't hate Jiwa. It's almost to the point I pity him in this situation. But man, the person he likes to talk to and advise, my gosh, Jiwa, stop trusting Min. Even though it's so funny how Jiwa is always getting into trouble for all of these though. Man, one thing I noticed though, with all of the spilling that Jiwa was doing in this chapter, I kind of felt like Jiwa knows a lot about who Lord Song is, but it kind of feels like he didn't want to tell Min when Min asked. I don't know, or maybe he did answer when the chapter was over or something. We don't know. Maybe there's some behind the scenes kind of thing happening where maybe Jiwa did spill the beans, but it kind of feels to me like he didn't want to tell Min about Lord Song. And that's kind of odd because from my understanding, I kind of feel like this Lord Song could be the one who probably did a lot of bad things to Seungho when he was young. I don't like Jiwa, but Seungho, what Seungho did to him in this chapter is messed up though. Like, I really see why. I have a lot of pity also in Jiwa, but knowing that Jiwa has a lot of feelings for Seungho, man, I feel bad for Min because he really loves Seungho, but I also kind of can't blame Seungho because he's obviously out of his mind. My God, I'm so split in this chapter. Like, I understand Jiwa's point of view, but my heart is crying out for Seungho also. I'm not sure if I'm ready for more of his past sometimes because it's just so sad. But, you know, I know that I need to know this battle that's going inside of Seungho because I need it for the Seungho arc. Because everyone is so extreme around him that we need to find out what the hell's going on with everybody in this manhwa. I do have a very bad feeling about our next couple of chapters, especially Seungho and his relationship with Nakyum. I don't think he would ever try to purposely hurt Nakyum anymore, but it can still happen like in the previous chapter where he really didn't mean it. I kind of feel though that today's episode is really short. Some of these scenes is already used from last week. Byeonduck just added just tiny bits of details here and there. Seungho and Jiwa does look cute on their younger years. There's a lot of that youth innocence and stupidity that goes around in this chapter, and it's nice to see present day Seungho is hunting animals, and it seems that this is some sort of therapy for him to calm his anger. But I'm also worried because it's so obvious that he hasn't slept, because he kind of looks like he's in a lot of shock. So this is also very worrisome for me. Poor Seungho is afraid to sleep again, but he has good reasons though. We all know shit's about to hit the fan soon, so I guess what we fear so much is, you know, gonna happen soon. That's why Seungho is acting the way he is. And what I mean by all this is the probability of Seungho's father arriving is very probable. And it seems like a confrontation with freaking Lord Song is really inevitable at this point. We couldn't see Nakyum in this chapter though. I kind of miss the cute little guy. But I am also glad that Byeonduck is digging more into Seungho's past now and showing more and more of, you know, his past with his father. As I said about the Lord's Song, I really don't think that this guy is a good guy, especially since Byeonduck did tease us in this chapter. The way that Byeonduck drew Lord Song in this chapter kind of made it seem like he really is a very bad guy. Lord Song more likely really did abuse Seung-ho when he was young, and either his father knew and let it happen, or Seung-ho tried to tell his father, but Lord Song played victim. But it's so... Or maybe like his dad played oblivious to what Seung-ho was trying to say. Either way, Seung-ho's father probably has some sort of inkling of what was going on with Lord Song. And maybe that's another reason why Lord Song had to move. There's so many questions in this manhwa. I really hope that we get our answers soon. Unfortunately, I am sad that Nakyum is not in this chapter, because I also want to make sure that that cute little thing is doing well. To think, though, that everything that's happening in this chapter is just because Min really wants to taste Nakyum this much. And Min seems to be the only person having a hell of a time in this whole hellhole of a situation. Honestly, I really wish that he could have just minded his own business. But then again, we wouldn't have Painter of the Night if he did that. I really do applaud Byeonduck's drawing quality. It's so impressive. Every panel that Byeonduck draws, it's so freaking good. The suit that Seungho is wearing today is absolutely amazing. This is his hunting outfit. I love the red and black combination. It really suits Seungho a lot. Anyways, as you all know, next week there will be no chapter of Painter of the Night, as Byeonduck has already announced before. So, as a part of the Painter of the Night stand, we must be patient. It is part of being a Painter of the Night stand. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys' love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave me a message and converse with me in my Discord channel. I'd love to hear back from you. And please consider supporting the show by donating as little as 99 cents through www.zealedfujoshi.xyz. Also, don't forget to support the author. All the manhwa details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much and hope to see you next time.